Hey, John, it's Mike. Have you seen Glen? Yeah, he told me he had to go kill some African dictator in the south of France, and I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's supposed to be here watching the movie with me today, but he disappeared, and I don't know where he is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really worried about him, actually. What are you doing?
I'm here to kill you.
I found him. Why are you here to kill me?
I was given orders.
By who?
That's none of your concern.
Why are you punching me?
Because I've been given orders to kill you, and that's the only
Why?
way.
By who and why? I haven't done anything.
After the dictator that I killed in southern France, you were next.
Why?
I don't know. They gave me a list that said take these guys out.
Don't you ever ask questions about why you have to kill people?
Oh, crap. I guess they meant take them out to go get some food.
That would be much more...
Well, that guy is dead now, so... You're
Stop!
still alive. Why aren't you dead yet?
'Cause I don't know why.
Well,
we gotta go see this movie. We're at the Oaks Regal Oaks in Pennsylvania.
It's actually a pretty good excuse.
Yeah. So don't kill me yet.
All right. After the movie, there's no promises on what I'm gonna do.
Well, I'd rather you didn't kill me. If you could talk, maybe pull some strings, talk to your boss.
Well, I could pull some strings. They're gonna be your heartstrings, because I'm gonna murder you. I've been given orders.
I guess there's no way around it.
No, there's not. Unless I forget again, because I've got that in.
All right. Well, let's go see Jason Bourne.
Okay. Well.
I can still see you.
No, you can't.
I know who I am.
When we are finished with you, you'll no longer be yourself.
Why, hello there.
Oh, hey!
Welcome on our extraordinary adventure,
Welcome.
where we take a walk instead of eating.
Yeah.
It's pretty,
Because we're that fit lifestyle now.
we're pretty fabulous, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty great. So we just came out of Jason Bourne.
Yes, we did.
All right, so this is like my first actual seeing the whole Bourne movie.
Have you seen any of them in whole?
I've seen the first one most of the way through, but not the whole way through, unfortunately. And I gotta say, honestly, I'm not that. Whoa! Holy tree! Gotta say, I'm not that impressed. For me, if the camera work is like super shaky the whole time, it kind of turns me off. Heard something about how if he's not in control, like it's super shaky.
He heard it
the
from
whole
me.
time. Like I said, I heard it. But if he's not in control, it's super shaky the whole time. But for me, like the whole movie, it was just super shaky the whole time.
Well, you see, this...
And it was obnoxiously shaky the whole time.
See, this is the problem with this movie alone. This one is more of a mindless action movie. You can check. I'll leave the links down below for my reviews of Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, and Bourne Ultimatum that I did this week, which was really only the second time I watched any of them. And I noticed that anytime that he, as we said, was panicking or confused, it was always really shaky camera.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he would come into control, it would steady up. It would get smoother.
Yeah.
And that served a purpose in 1, 2, and 3. But in this one, he was panicking or confused the entire time.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the technique. For me, it's more the story this time around. Because you'll see in my reviews, the first one, because he doesn't know who he is, he's a pacifist. I shouldn't say pacifist. He's really against using violence unless he absolutely positively has to. He only uses violence in the first one if he is in danger, his life's in danger, or he's about to be taken in. That's the only time he uses violence. There's many parts in the first one where he has the chance to pick up a gun and he doesn't. He just leaves it. Like the first one is when he goes to his safe box in Switzerland. He gets all the money, but he leaves the guns behind because he doesn't want to use them. In Supremacy, that's more his vengeance for them killing his girlfriend. And so it's he uses violence in a way that is kind of sadistic, and he hurts and kills people for the sake of hurting and killing them to get revenge. And then in the third one, he kind of has more control over it, where he can decide whether to be merciful or, you know, throw a hammer down. And in this one, it went back to the vengeance side, but the vengeance was not justified. It was just complete chaos and shaky camera everywhere. And the few times in this one he was in control, it did steady up. But again, that was like 5% to 95%.
That's where it turned me off. The whole movie was shaky camera.
Yeah, and I can get that.
And I was just uninterested the whole time.
I completely understand it. Just trust me, when you rewatch the other ones, it does it a lot better.
Oh, no doubt. This is just this movie. I'm not even moving it. That's the best part.
Well, yeah, it does that. It's a gimbal. So if
Stop
you
it.
move your arm, it moves the head. One thing I did like about this movie
Oh my god.
is that pretty much every scene in the trailer, with the exception of maybe like 10 seconds of the trailer, is in the first 20 minutes alone.
Be a real man.
Glen can't.
I'm not used to
He's
that
not
technology
used.
yet.
Okay.
So, Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander. She, I really liked her in what she's in Ex Machina.
Yes.
So I really liked her in Ex Machina. Not so much this movie. She was just kind of like dull for me.
And I know this isn't her as an actress, but in this movie specifically, maybe this is the first time she did one, her American accent wasn't that good. You could tell she was struggling to speak in an American accent. That's not necessarily her fault.
No.
It could be like a directional thing, but it was kind of distracting every time she tried to sound American, but just sounded. She's Swedish, but she sounded like she was a British person trying to.
She did.
Yeah, and this is cliches in all movies, not just for this movie, but when in spy movies they go enhance,
Yeah.
and on a
Look,
completely, we wrote it at
enhance.
the same time. They see like this blurry photo, and they say enhance, and then it clears up to perfection, like
what
4K HD.
What was hilarious is the people like in front of the person they were enhancing were super blurry,
Yeah.
and she was just enhanced.
But the thing is, even with government technology, you can't enhance a picture that well. You can enhance it a little bit, like you can get an outline of eyes and a mouth and
Yeah.
whatnot, but you can't clear it to where it's cinema quality.
not to
But
perfection
again,
like that.
That's not
was.
just this movie. That is all spy thrillers. Another thing I hate that they do in all movies, not just this movie, Washington, D.C. doesn't have skyscrapers, yet all movies continue to show skyscrapers in Washington, D.C. The highest building in Washington, D.C. is only 15 stories high, yet they have these towering glass cathedrals. Not really cathedrals, but
just giant buildings.
Giant buildings.
that aren't there.
But again, that's all movie cliches, not just for this one.
If you know what Bourne is capable of, why would you send two men on him? Like, that's what they did in the beginning of the movie. But then, like, right after they sent the two men, they're like, oh, we should probably send the rest of the team that's right outside the building.
Yeah.
Just send the whole team.
And that goes again to the my problem with this movie. I enjoyed it. It was a fun action movie. I do understand why people would get upset or annoyed by the shakiness. The difference between this and the other previous two sequels, not including the Jeremy Renner one, is the other one's added to the franchise. This one didn't add anything.
No.
It went back. It took back the control that Bourne had gained throughout the three movies and just threw it out the window. And then he just became like a raving dog. But yeah, that was my biggest problem with it, is that it didn't add to the franchise at all. Whenever there's a sequel, in my opinion, it needs to add to the franchise, not just be a movie to make money.
Like, this was a movie, I heard, not heard, but I know Matt Damon didn't want to be on another Bourne unless it was like a really good script and everything. But it wasn't.
It was topical, where it talked about like internet privacy and all
Yeah.
that, so I could see why he would be persuaded to it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the script was the weakest part. Compared to the previous three movies, the script was not up to par.
I always love the parts where they're like, all right, it seems we need to bring Bourne in. What have you been trying to do this whole time?
They've been trying to kill him.
3 or 4 movies.
They've been trying to kill him.
But don't they say, let's bring Bourne in
No.
every movie?
No.
I haven't seen the movie, so I guess it doesn't matter.
They try to kill him in every single movie, and this was really the first time where they tried to bring it in, which I appreciated, but I could see a dumbass like you, who hasn't seen the movies, thinking otherwise.
I do know one thing, though. SWAT cars, clearly they're snow plows for cars.
I thought that was just fun, so I enjoyed it and let it be what it was.
I
That was in the
I
trailer.
didn't say it wasn't fun. I just said they're snowplows for
Yeah.
cars.
This was definitely
Oh, I wrote over one of my lines.
the dumbest of the four that include Matt Damon. I haven't seen Bourne Legacy, so that could be dumber than this one. One thing I did appreciate, though, at least in the beginning, moments that you were able to predict, but I knew something was going to happen. I'm not going to go too much into it, but when it did happen, they made you feel the impact, and that was more so in the beginning, like 20, 30 minutes, but I did appreciate that even for that short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I definitely plan to go back and watch the rest of them because this didn't do anything justice for the Bourne series from what I've heard.
It really didn't. Like, the other three are so much better. This is by far the worst Matt Damon Bourne movie. Okay, give a score.
For me, 5.
5.
Actually, maybe 4. Let's say 4.5.
Okay. They did do some justice to the original 3, so I'm going to be a little more sympathetic. It definitely was not as good as the others, but I'm going to give it a 5. 5 out of 10.
Oh.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
We almost did the same score. I'm glad
Yeah.
we didn't that time.
But I feel like had you watched the
Had
first
I
3,
watched
you
them,
probably
I'd
would have been
probably-
slightly more sympathetic.
Yeah.
Because even though this one had its problems, it's still better than most action movies out today.
I'm kind of glad I didn't watch them just so I can get
This one
a
out of the way.
fresh feel for this movie.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back and be like, wow,
Yeah.
God. Well, gee there, guys.
Oh, wow.
That was quite a time we had.
That was a doozy.
All right, well, that was our review of Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Over here is going to be Lights Out. That was
That's our review last week.
Yeah, it's
Still
pretty-
mad at you guys for that one.
How dare you?
Mhm.
And over there is going to be our most overrated movies in our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out as well.
And if you click on our cute little faces, you're going to see a review for Kubo and the Two Strings. Comes out August 19th. We got a special sneak peek of it because we're awesome like that.
It was pretty cool.
And if you check down below our faces, there's Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Check out that. Talk to us.
It's always fun to do that.
Say hi.
It's always fun
Say
to say
hi.
as
Oh,
well.
hi.
Hello.
And then below that, what's below that, Glenn?
There's a like and a subscribe button. There's also a dislike button, but we like shame that. Say, go away.
It makes us sad.
But don't do that.
Yeah.
Just like and subscribe. That's great.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you've seen Jason Bourne yet.
What did you think?
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Yeah.
Tell us. Come on.
We'll see you.